Okay, Wednesday morning in the kingdom, and we just missed Johnny G arriving into town. Yes, he had a white truck. Yes, instead of the red for the guard wine colors. Yes. Oh, I'm going dark. Now I'm going light. Oh, the meat phone must be cold already. All right, this morning we woke up to minus 36 Celsius, but feels like minus 48. For some reason, it's staying warm throughout the night, and about 4 o'clock on, that's when the temperature drops big time. Yes, I know that because I'm getting up for a pee every 2 hours or so, just having naps between pees. Okay, on the yo-yo scale, minus 34 Fahrenheit, but feels like minus 54 Fahrenheit. Ooh, that's so much chillier than minus 48 Celsius. All right, extreme cold. Oh, these are not AI generated. We do not edit these videos. We just edit them for length. How we do it and what we do and say, that's how it comes out. All right. So this is supposed to be the last cold day, and then it's going to warm up, and then we can do stuff outside in the yard, wander around aimlessly lost so the boss can record us. Yes, and today will be a shop day on the 48 Sedan Delivery. I've said that for what, 4 months now? 3 months? All right, Johnny G got the freight. And we're not sure if the card lock is working for Johnny G because he had trouble getting fuel yesterday in Thompson. Yes, all the trucks are down there. Everybody's hauling on the winter roads. And then you go to get fuel and there is none. You have to wait for the truck to deliver the fuel. All right, that's the joys of living at the end of the world. All right, let's take the me phone out to cool it off. Watch the wagon. There we go. Slight breeze. It is chilly. Steam engine, yes. All right. Okay, there we go. We got some wood stove smoke for the Swedish kid. Oh my, just look at that. Everything's going good today, we think. Hopefully, the staff should be arriving here sober this afternoon to do the wood. Yes, the never-ending wood. But oh well, we chose to live up here after the great DIEvorce. All right, let's go walk the dogs. We won't be going too far. Oh well, here comes the boss.
Wednesday morning in WHO-ville. It's almost 9 a.m. and as you can see, there's not many clouds in the sky. It's actually pretty sunny out here right now, but cold. We are still in a yellow cold warning, supposed to be like this the next few days and then start warming up. So let's head inside, make breakfast, and let the dogs out. I'm not sure if you can see, but there are a couple semis parked beside the house here. This one's loaded up with a couple trucks. There are 3 in total parked beside the house. That way they can walk across the street to go to the restaurant. They are not supposed to be parking uptown, and around WHO-ville there is a trucker parking for them, but they don't want to go over there. I walked out to the corner and looked down, and you can see that the trucker parking is empty. I know it's cold out here, but they aren't supposed to be parking around town. Now I can't let my dogs out for their morning pee because the semis are out there, and those are big compared to the dogs, and they are scared of them. So let's head inside and make breakfast.
Okay, people are asking why we're so concerned with these trucks parking beside the staff's house. Well, 1, the dogs are barking, and 2, they're not supposed to park there. When we were in business, yes, we were fixing winter road stuff and everything like that. We'd have this area cleaned out so we could have 12 semis parking in here. Yes, some of them were getting repaired, some of them were not. The pink crew cab was driving drivers back and forth because we had 5 motel rooms at one hotel, and the motel we usually had 2. Plus we were having meals uptown in the cafes. One Sunday night, the cafe wasn't open. They opened up for us. They served 60 of us, 60 people on a Sunday night. Those were my customers. Yes, the staff and ours customers. And the town of WHO-ville was after us. Anytime these guys parked or stopped their truck, they were right there. The cops, the town employees, everybody, get your truck off the street, everything. Now this year is unreal. Let's go in the house and I'll show you why. Okay, we're now in the house on Google Earth. There's the staff's house. There's their tank shed. That's when they moved it for the town to fix the water break twice. Yes, but we're lucky enough there's a vehicle to show how narrow this street is, okay? So those trucks are parked here and here. Her dogs are barking. So she couldn't call the cops to complain on those guys there because their dogs are barking. She can't talk on the phone. All right, so there's the cop shop over here. So I phoned the cop shop. They actually answered the phone. And I explained to this guy that these trucks are parking, they're blocking the road. And he's telling me this and that. I said, it's traffic. Get in your vehicle, drive out, and you see this road is blocked. So how does the fire truck or ambulance get down this street? So then you walk into this cafe here, tell the truckers to move their trucks and don't park. And also enforce the no truck parking. Because they did it extensively when I was in business, and this is pissing me off that the rules have gotten lax now that I'm not in business. On frickin' real. So I apologize to the cop for wasting his time. And that's why we don't do impounds or anything for the cops anymore or get involved, because you just shake your head. It's been 3 years since I talked to or phoned the cop shop. It's just a waste of time. Okay, the staff sent me a picture. See, look at that. Look at how far away they are from the snowbank. That's so they can walk around, check their load, tie it down. This street is actually blocked, and we phoned the cops to complain about it, and nothing gets done about it. So I just shake my head. Welcome to WHO-ville, where you just shake your head. Just shake your head. On frickin' real. Okay, me again. To continue my bad Monday, I called the company and said your trucks are blocking it. Well, that was pointless. That was like, I might as well phone the cop shop again. That is pointless. So here's a company that prides themselves on safety, common sense, all this crap, and yet you can just park in the middle of the road in WHO-ville. Nobody cares. Just block off the road. So that affects the garbage truck, Johnny G, everybody. Plus, the staff is in their house with their dogs barking. Unreal. I just shake my head. Welcome to the new world where there is no common sense and nobody cares. Okay, it's after 11 o'clock and we're just getting out here. Plus, we gotta split some firewood because having the shop doors open yesterday for cutting that galvanized and stuff like that, it took a while for the heat to build up. As long as you keep the doors shut, the building is not that bad to heat, so I'll have to quickly split these. Also, too, when we were getting chased with the trucks and all harassment by the town of WHO-ville for trucks parking here and there and yada yada, the mayor of WHO-ville owned that cafe. Yes, he didn't go to business school. Chase the customers away. So we just shake our head. Plus, the fact is, they're not going in there and ordering T-bone dinners or anything like that because the cost of food there is very, very expensive. What they're doing is going into that cafe and having a porcelain poop. Yes, sitting on a porcelain toilet and having a poop. Yes, that's what everybody wants instead of having a poop out in the wilderness up on the winter road. Yes, have a coffee, maybe some toast and some bacon and eggs and have a porcelain poop. All right, but that's the new world we live in when you got illegally parked trucks blocking a road, but that's okay. That's okay. That's acceptable in the new world. All right, let's get this wood split, and hopefully there's no more drama today. Oh, man, it's just unreal.
12 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make lunch. I'm not that hungry, so I think I'll just have tomato soup today. Now let's head inside and let the dogs out. The sun is nice and warm, so I got the Polaris out before lunch. That way it could sit in the sun to warm up. Now let's go eat. Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch and fed the dogs. Now I'll head over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to this afternoon. Pretty sure we're just going to do a little bit of firewood. He is busy working in the shop. Made it to the kingdom. Now I'll head down to the hose shack and get the mini out, then fluff up the ramp sloop and take the pails and the wagon over to the long trailer and fill everything. While I do that, my dad's going to cut up some timbers and trees. Got the mini out and fluffed the ramp sloop. Now I'm over at the long trailer. As you can see, my dad doesn't need very many pails. Now we'll quickly fill everything. There's not much left in here, as you can see, so I had to bring the mini out so I could fluff and pick and fluff some more. Almost 2 p.m. and I got the pails and the wagon filled. Now I'll head back around to the hose shack and put the mini away and the pails. Then I can start putting trees into the hose shack. My dad is just cutting them up now. I can hear him. 2:30, we just got a bunch of trees into the hose shack. The ramp sloop is almost empty, so the next few days we'll have to go out and fill it. I'm officially done in the kingdom, so let's head back into WHO-ville and check the mail. Just came back to the kingdom to drop off mail, and look who flew by, right as I was walking out to head back into WHO-ville.
Okay, 3 o'clock in the kingdom, and I got something to show for it. I moved a tub off the 48 Chevy Sedan Delivery. I should have been working on it, but no, we had to deal with the issues this morning. And then, how would you say, cut firewood and everything like that, yada yada. But when I'm having a bad day, yes, when I'm having a bad day, my views are dropping like a rock, and everybody's against me. Phone the cops, they do nothing. Phone the company, they do nothing. Nobody cares anymore. So I stopped, went and got the mail, and then I feel loved. Yes, I feel loved. Okay, the Hobart Handler 100, we broke the tightener thing. The tightener thing right here kind of fell apart, and guess what came in the mail? Yes, the whole complete unit, which is very nice, because now I know that the little drive wheels will be able to propel the wire, and we have to thank Ron G from getting it on Amazon. There it is there. So that's what makes our day and keeps us going making these videos, you know. Because when we're having a bad day, it's always a Kingdom follower, YouTube subscriber that sends us a gift to cheer us up so we can continue working to make these projects so we can have fun. Yes, have fun. All right, let's go have a victory coffee with a couple extra sugars. Okay, after coffee in the kingdom, and I figured I better change out the gifted drive wheels or whatever on the Hobart Handler 100 because we got to do some MIG welding on the 48 Chevy Sedan Delivery, which we were supposed to be working on so you go out of the shop at some point in time this winter. Yes, it might be a summer project. All right, so we got it apart. I should have watched the YouTube video before, but we got it this far. Okay, I got the burp sort of thing. The wires were soldered on here. I was able to unsolder them, and then you get going, and you got these big long ones in here. So I've marked everything. I've taken pictures, and the little plug over here. Plus two, I'll take the blow nozzle and blow all this out to make it clean, so maybe it'll be happier. Yes, and I think we can get it. They were nice enough here to have this join. So we'll get at it, get it done, and hopefully this works. And once again, we thank the YouTube subscribers, Kingdom followers that help us have fun. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. This is the part we should walk out the door and call it a day. But no, we're company men. We stick around. Yes. Oh, yes. So we have to get the soldering gun out. We have to do everything. We took lots of pictures as we farted away or whatever. And we got it. Okay. So we had to take it apart. You can see the paint markerism in here because I'm marking everything and getting it done. Because if I screw up, I can always check my pictures. All right, let's turn it on. Okay, safety first. All right, and the reason why we're tech testing this is because who said I wired it incorrectly? It would be bad if the wheels went that way instead of pulling the wire. All right, let's go. There we go. The wheels are pulling the wire away from the spool. And you notice the paint marker back in there because we did everything correctly. In theory, we hope. All right, let's get this thing buttoned up and we can do some test welds. Okay, just about 6 o'clock and we're learning. Yes, we are the learning channel. Yes, don't call the cops. Yeah, don't phone the company that's parked in front of your house or anything like that. Okay, so this is the Hobart Handler 100. We purchased it in 2023, I think it says on the back, or up here somewhere. Okay, yeah. 2023, August of 2023, and it just came basic. Okay, so we learned a lot. Flux core wire is only in 030 or whatever it is, 030. That's the size. Okay, anything smaller you can't have it because you have to have a flux inside. That's why it's called flux core wire. All right, so we never did anything with it. It came with some wire. We just buy the wire, shove it in, which is 030. Okay, shove it in, call it good. And then this thing malfunctioned. Yes, that malfunctioned. So then, once again, the Kingdom subscribers, YouTube followers. No, I got that backwards. Okay. YouTube subscribers, Kingdom followers, sent us this here. Okay. So I put my Never Seas on for lubrication and everything. Got it in, got it working. And then this is a knob. Okay. Because it wasn't pushing. It wasn't pushing the wire. I got tightened it down. This is a knob. So I got this one out. If you turn the knob, see the way it is? Turn the knob, it comes out. So that exposes the little drive wheel right here. Okay, come on. There. There's the drive wheel. Okay, anything for flux core wire, the grooves have to be ribbed. Yes, for her pleasure. Okay, so this is the thing that came. 023. Yeah, 030, 035. Okay, that's the way it came. We used it. All right, so it wasn't in the right way. We were using this side. Yeah, so that's why it wasn't really pushing. It was on the 023. Okay, yeah, oops. I should have investigated and learned and stuff like that, but we got it changed out. We can use this as parts because that is broken. Okay, so this here, I ended up taking this wire back out, turn the knob, flip the wheel because it came with the small diameter groove and it wasn't pushing the wire. So now I flipped it around, but this thing is in metric. It says 10 and 8. Okay, so I went for 10 for victory. 10. Oh, she was a 10 in Playboy. All right, so we got it going. Now we can do a test weld. Yes, so we're learning. Yes, that's what we're all about, is learning. Okay, there we go. We got the Hobart Handler back on the cart. Yes, and during the fires and all that crap, running around, having to leave the yard in like 10 minutes or less because the fire is right here. This thing took a tumble off last summer. Yes, so I have to get some duct tape over that to make it look pretty, but it survived. Okay, changing out for the ribbed wheels makes a big difference. Yes, that's the best thing we've done. Look at that. Yeah, we did a nice weld. Okay, and you can see I had a space here because I was forcing it trying to make it sputter, and it didn't. Yeah, and I was actually kinking the gun, like, you know, trying to go in tight, and the thing it worked. I can't believe it. For 2.5 years, I've run that machine with the wrong drive wheels in it. I was running the smooth ones, yeah. Unfrickin' real. So I should have stopped, learned, yes. But today I learned, thanks to the Kingdom followers, YouTube subscribers. Frickin' real. But we did it, and now we can weld like professionals. Now my grinding skills will not be as good because I won't be as grinding as much. All right, let's go check on the flags.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's minus 24 degrees Celsius, which is minus 11 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was pretty nice in the Kingdom this afternoon, but as you can see from my weather board, it is getting windy out there, which makes it cold. So let's head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, there we go. I think it's supposed to warm up, but that wind is chilly. Oh, we stocked up the wood stoves. You can see it over there, and look at the flags move. And I bet you 10 to 1, useless 1 and useless 2 aren't doing anything. Oh, look way up, like a friendly giant. Yes, a Canadian show with an American host. Oh, wait, that was Super Dave Osborne on the TV show Bizarre. Super Dave was an American. Yes, unreal. All right, let's go walk the dogs, have some victory drinks, because we did it. Yes, we did it. We improved ourselves today. Yes, all right, talk to you later.